Hi, I'm here to give you a overview of the Bikes Direct Windsor Wellington SL. I'm making this video because I know if you're looking at a Bikes Direct bike, it's sometimes hard to make a decision whether you want to take a chance on an online bike uh, versus something in a store. This model is $500 to your door. And I just wanted to kind of go over it a little bit. I've had it for about a year and a half. They still have it on their website for the same price, same model and everything. There are about four Windsor Wellington models, I believe. They have a 1.0, 2.0, 3, 4, and I guess 5 models. This is the most expensive model at $500. They have the same frame throughout that model line with just a few different features as you step up, mostly related to the gears and the drivetrain. So overall, I've liked the bike. I've had it for that time. I had about $500 to spend. That didn't really get me anything in a bike shop. I scoured Craigslist quite extensively trying to find something that was a good price, but it seemed like there wasn't anything reasonable. So I went and bought this one just to kind of get into road biking, and it served me pretty well over the year and a half that I had it. Taking a closer look at the frame, this is what you get. It's a matte black finish on this one. The other models, I believe, are glossy, depending on the color. You can see the welds here on that just to kind of give you an idea what they look like. They aren't perfect. They look fine for an aluminum weld, but they aren't as smooth as you might get maybe on a Trekker. Now the specialized ones have some smooth weld technology, but that's what they look like. They may be a little bit more apparent on the matte black than they are on the glossy models, from what I can see online. The SL comes with a Shimano Claris group set. You can see that's why I paid a little bit more than the 3 or 4.0, even though I think those bikes would be plenty for someone trying to get into it. I believe they have a Shimano tourney shifting system, which is a little bit different, but I went with this one so it had the integrated shift levers on the brakes. It does have a Shimano Claris crank, front derailleur, and rear derailleur as well. They all work really well, even though it is an entry-level group set for Shimano, the integrated one. It's the lowest, but I've had no issues with it once it's been tuned up. It was fine. And when you get the bike, keep in mind when you buy a Bikes Direct bike, it will come in a box. You have to put it together, which isn't the hard part. The wheels will need a little bit of truing. Brakes need adjusting, and the derailleurs will need some adjusting. So keep that in mind. If you don't know how to do those things, that you may have to pay someone to do that. I paid someone $40 to do it that does a little bike work on the side, and they've been fine ever since. The bike that you're looking at here, the bike does not come looking like this. I've done some upgrades to it. Those upgrades are the wheel set, which is a Voluta Corsa Pro that I put on there from Nash Bar. I bought those last summer after about a year of riding it, just to kind of take some weight off the bike. I've read some good things about them, and they actually made a big difference as far as rolling, a lot less resistance in rolling, and I noticed I go down hills quite a bit faster than with the other tires wheel set that were on there. I also upgraded the tires after a season of riding to Continental Grand Prix 4002. I think the tires and the wheels set combination made a huge difference in how the bike handles, but you'd see that if you upgraded anyone. I do have the original wheel sets over here so you can see what you get. They are more of a generic wheel set with Formula hub and Kenda tires. They were fine. I didn't have any issues with them once they were trued. They stayed trued. They're just a little bit heavier, but that's why I upgraded them. So I'm really happy with the upgrade too. The bike does come with a carbon fork that's still on there. Tektro brakes, which you can see here, and no need to upgrade those. Those are working just fine. I've had no issues with those. I did change out the pedals to something a little bit different that had a clip on them on one side and a cage on the other. They do come with kind of a generic mountain bike looking pedal. I did add the water bottle cages, and the seat bag don't come with it. I did change out the seat. The seat that was on there was okay, but it wasn't the greatest seat. This one's just a cheap one I got off of Amazon, and you can find similar seats on Amazon for less than $17. One thing to note is that the seat post that comes with the bike doesn't have a lot of adjustability. It's a one bolt seat post, and you can go forward and back, but you can't really adjust the angle of your seat. So I did change it out for a Nash bar carbon one. So it's just something to keep in mind. You don't have to go with a carbon one, but I noticed that I was trying to lighten up the bike a little bit. As far as weight, I know there's a lot of questions about the weight on these road bikes. It is a little bit heavier than you would find in an entry-level Specialized or Trek, because we have both of those bikes that my wife owns, and they are quite a bit easier, and I've picked up quite a few 1.1 Treks or the Specialized Ale. So it is heavier, but you are paying a lot less for this bike. And I have no problem with the weight. I have no problems going on long rides. I've done a lot of charity rides, and the bike has served me well. This is a 56 size centimeter. I'm about 5'10" to give people an idea, average height. So it fits very well. The frame has served me well, but there's no problems with the fork. So overall, it's a good bike for the price. Just keep in mind that, there's some things as you get better you might want to upgrade. But I think the Bikes Direct bikes, the Wellington line, if you're looking to get a road bike for $500 or less, you can look at the 3.0, the 4.0, or the SL if you want a little bit better of a drivetrain. Are all nice options to get you in, and then you can change out things as you go. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, but overall it's a solid bike. Kind of sits in between, somewhere between a department store bike when you first get it and a bike shop quality bike. But once you make a few little changes to it, I think it becomes an excellent bike. I have no need to get anything better as I go. It's great for a recreational rider. If you want to do some charity rides, you'll have no problems, and you'll be passing just as many people who spent $5,000 on their bikes, or even $2,000. I think people get a little obsessed with what the name brand is and what their equipment is, just to have that look. But really, whatever gets you out there on the road, and I think that's a market that Bikes Direct really hits. So here's the Windsor Wellington SL. Thank you.